How's it going, all my fitness friends? Welcome to Virtual Fitness with your favorite fitness instructor, me. I'm Brandon. So today, we're going to be focusing on our core muscles. Now, when you think of core muscles, just don't think of six-pack abs. Think of having a strong core overall in the front and in the back. Now, why is building a strong core so important? Well, in any type of physical activity that you do, your core is always engaged, whether it be a lot or a little bit, it's always engaged. But having a stronger core is better for balance and can make you better in playing some sports or in physical activities. Now for me, growing up, I never had the strongest core amongst my friends. I didn't have to do the most sit-ups, but with these exercises that we're gonna do today, they're gonna build a strong core for you. And in result, if you take it seriously, you'll be able to do a cool trick that I learned over a couple years by strengthening my core. So, if you're ready to strengthen your core, what are you waiting for? Let's go. Alright, so before we begin our finisher exercise, we have to learn how to properly do a plank. So when you do a plank, you're going to make sure you're on your forearms and you're on your toes as well. You're going to have the rest of your body in the air, not touching the ground. Now when you're doing a plank, you want to make sure your hips are not too high, because if they're too high, then you have to readjust yourself. Also, make sure your hips are not too low, because if they're too low, you also have to readjust yourself. So make sure when you're doing the plank, your hips are just right in the middle, flat like a table. And if you have to adjust yourself, go ahead, but make sure you're flat like a table. So if you're doing a plank, it should look something like this, where you're just holding your body nice and flat. Now we're gonna take our book bag, which should be empty. And then we're also gonna find some books that will be lying around the house that you probably won't use. We're gonna use these books as extra weight for our plank. So whatever books you can find, you can throw them in the bag, and that will be your extra weight when we do the weighted plank. So I'm just throwing my books in right now. I'm thinking maybe I should add some more weight. Whatever weight you want to add, make sure you feel comfortable with doing. And when you have all the weight in, we'll get started. So now if you think you have your weight ready, and we're gonna start, but if you notice, if the weight is too heavy like you see with me and you fall, you don't want to hurt yourself. So it's okay to drop the weight as long as you are able to have good form throughout the whole exercise. You're gonna challenge yourself even better. So once you have the weight ready, then make sure your bag is secured nice and tight, and then we are going to begin. So make sure you have everything ready, because we're going to begin in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Now once you finish that first set, immediately drop the bag and hop right into the second set of the plank without the weight. Alright?